as far as auditioning goes, I really had, I don't know, no expectations really. I went in there as like almost like a joke. Like I definitely didn't go on there going, oh my gosh, I really, really, really want to be on reality TV. Oh my gosh, I really want to try out. Like, this is something I've always wanted to do. It was more like I heard it on the radio, and my roommate and I both kind of looked at each other and went, hey, that sounds like something fun to do on a, you know, Wednesday night when there's nothing else to do. Let's go audition. And so, you know, I went in, and that was kind of that. I think reality television has become so popular because even though it's portrayed as people in their real lives, it's still an exaggerated version of what reality really is. So when we see people, I don't know, acting crazy on reality TV or doing things that are just, you know, completely ridiculous, what makes really good reality television, it makes us feel better about our lives because we can look at those people and go, okay, well, we're not as crazy as them, or at least our families aren't as bad as their family, or at least I'm more functional than that person, so it makes you kind of feel okay about your own life. And I don't know, and it kind of makes you feel normal. Like when you see all of the other people's problems and all, you know, all of the just craziness that's portrayed on reality television, it makes you think like, okay, well, maybe I'm not that crazy, or maybe I'm, you know, more normal than I thought. Because look at all these, you know, people who are real people on television, you know, acting a fool. So I don't know, it makes people feel okay about their life. You know, originally I wanted to go to school to be an occupational therapist to help kids, but now I feel like there's more money to be made in becoming an occupational therapist to help former reality TV stars, because coming off of a reality TV show is one of the strangest experiences. You know, you've never been more exposed in your entire life, but you've never, also at the same time you feel so alone because nobody understands what you've been going through. Nobody except I mean, people were telling me this before I went on the show, how, you know, you're really going to get to know other cast members, and, you know, they're really going to become close because they're the only people who know what you've gone through. And I was like, what's the big deal? Like, it can't be that big of a deal. But after going through the whole experience, you know, it is, I don't know, it's so different and it's so bizarre, and there really only are a few people who understand. Okay, now, were we manipulated on the show as far as my performance goes? I think manipulated has a negative connotation. I wouldn't say we were manipulated. I would say that your behavior is definitely altered probably for the first, I'd say for like the first month. You know that there's a camera there. You're very aware of the camera right behind you all the time. So sometimes I tend to like over-explain myself. You know, your fans will love you because you're you, but people will also hate you because you're you, which is kind of, I don't know, difficult. In my opinion, reality stars and actors are two totally different things. I think a lot of reality stars would disagree, and I mean, even the word reality star is kind of a stretch, because like, we're in no means stars, we're ourselves, like, and that's it. And we were cast because we're not celebrities, we're not actors, or, you know, we're just real people. You know, I think a crew member on a reality TV show is a little different than a crew member on, say, like a commercial or a music video or a television show or something like that. At least the crew members that I see on the reality TV shows that I've worked on are really into the art of documentary filmmaking. You know, they look at reality TV shows, especially like the ones who are on The Real World, look at reality television as a chance to, you know, like mini documentaries that they get to put on television. So I think the approach is a little bit different. The same, you know, it's not, they're not so concerned, like working in commercials, for example, you know, your concerns are different. You're concerned about people's hair and the lighting and, you know, how the product looks and that kind of stuff. And on television, your concern is how the actors look and if their hair is right, and, you know, you're making your sex symbol and making sure he's always, you know, looking good and stuff like that. Where in reality television, you don't care about any of that. You know, your focus totally changes. You don't care whether or not, you know, everyone's hair looks good or everyone's makeup looks good or if the lighting is good. I mean, of course, I'm sure they take lighting and that stuff into account, but I think your focus is really different. They're really trying to capture the essence of the people. You know, if you were to write a show about somebody who was addicted to heroin and cutting themselves and all that kind of stuff, it probably would never even make it to air because somebody, FCC would step in and say, no, this is inappropriate, we can't show this on TV. But then when you have a real person doing it, it's like, well, this is actually happening in society, why can't we show it? I think there's almost not a need for soap operas anymore because real life is so much more dramatic. I mean, the stuff that happened on my TV show, I know you couldn't write in a million years. Nobody would be able to sit down with a script, sit down and say, I know, let's write the gay guy to get mad at the, lesbian girl and then smash a table and, all of this is going to take place at 4 o'clock in the morning and then he's going to throw the phone into the middle of the river. Like, if you were to sit down and write that, it would sound like craziness. And you as a writer would go, yeah, right, no one is going to believe that this is really going to happen. But I think a lot of people who go through this experience kind of take it for what it is and then want to move on and want something else. And it's kind of just something fun at least for my show, it's something fun that you do when you're younger, and I don't know, just good memories to have when you're older.